Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Abby and today we're going to be making something that I call cream of anything. Um, you can use it in place of pretty much any condensed soup. So like condensed cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom, cream of celery, whatever other cream of soups there are out there. We pretty much only use cream of chicken in this household, regardless of what the recipe calls for. We really don't like mushrooms or celery, so just cream of chicken all the way in this family. I love that this doesn't take up much space on my pantry shelf. I don't have to stock like a bunch of cans. I just have one jar and it's able to make pretty much the exact same thing for way less cost and less space. It also has way simpler ingredients in it, which I enjoy. And it is gluten-free as well. So you don't have to buy the like $4 a can gluten-free cream of chicken soup. You can just make this yourself at home, which is super helpful because we have quite a few friends and family members who cannot have gluten. So I wasn't originally planning to film this. So I went ahead and put some powdered milk in this jar already. We ran out of powdered milk, so this is just under 2 cups. So if you're following the recipe, it says 2 cups, but this is just under that. We are also going to do 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. My cornstarch is almost out, so thank goodness I got some at Walmart. All right, that was right at 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Next, we're going in with 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. So there's 1 and 2. And once you make this, you can decide if you want to kind of mix it up and add more garlic, less garlic, some different seasonings, whatever you feel. It's very flexible to whatever you want it to be. So this is onion powder. It's homegrown freeze-dried onions that I ground into a powder. 2 tablespoons of that as well. Then we need 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. I hope to grow this this summer, but for now, store-bought Italian seasoning is going to have to do. And then last, we're adding in 1 tablespoon of not 1 tablespoon, no, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Some recipes that I've looked up add salt in them. I have kind of combined a whole bunch of different recipes to come up with this one. So I know for me, if I want to add salt to it, I will just add that when I'm cooking. I taste everything as I'm cooking, and so I'll be able to add some salt then. But if you wanted to add salt now, you definitely could. Completely up to you. So you're just going to give this a really good shake until everything is completely incorporated together. All right, it's as easy as that. See that in there? So now that we have it all mixed up in our nice jar, I have written the instructions on the lid of my jar just so I don't have to go looking for it every time I want to make this. But you take 1/3 of a cup of this dry mix, you add in 1 1/4 cups of liquid, boil it all together in a saucepan for about 2 minutes, and then just use it in your recipe as you would a can of cream of chicken soup. I pretty much always make this with chicken broth because, as I said, we don't do cream of mushroom, cream of celery, none of that. That's not our thing. But you can use beef broth, chicken broth, veggie broth. I even have made this with water before. I did need to kind of jazz up the recipe with some extra spices and salt and things just to make sure it still tasted good. But I was in a rush, made it with water. It did work. It was completely fine. If you do want to make cream of celery or cream of mushroom, just go ahead and chop up maybe 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of your celery or mushrooms and add it to the saucepan. Just boil it all together. It'll all simmer down into this really nice soupy consistency, and you can use it from there in whatever recipe you needed. But again, cream of chicken all the way for this family. You can also add some salt at this point if you need to. So if you're using like store-bought broth, it obviously will have quite a bit of added salt to it. I usually use homemade broth, so there's really no salt added to that. So I do need to add quite a bit of salt to the recipe. So just taste your food, decide what works best for you, see if it needs a little more flavor for your preference, and go from there. So super simple way to save some money, have a few less ingredients in your food, and you can always have this on hand for any of the super creamy, delicious recipes that I'm sure you will be making as we round out this winter season. So have a great day and let me know if you give this a try. Bye.